Another day, another scam. Now, unfortunately, as much as I would love to just talk about the good side of crypto, the scammy side of crypto will always be there. And hopefully with all of these videos, awareness will be brought, not just from myself, from other content creators out there, and people will start doing more research before gambling their money away. I have no issue with a person gambling a small amount, knowing that they will most probably lose it at the end of the day, and just, hope to get some money at the end of the day. That is completely fine. But the main problem is not that. The main problem is people believing that this is actually something that could actually yield them long sustainable returns, and arguing with you that that is the case. The AI trading bot niche hopefully will come to an end soon, unless it's actually a legit project that is doing this. All right, so let's talk about the money flow. Let's talk about how much the team has right now, in my personal opinion, based on what I'm seeing. And let's map it all off. So the project we are tackling today is Crypto Arbitrage Team, short CAT. Their Telegram has been flagged, their contract has been flagged, but in my personal opinion, I think that's not enough at all. Like, Stable Fund took more, yes. They have been chased and they are being chased. These guys, I don't know what's happening. I think this one has been undermined, undercut, and the sheer size of the funds that they siphon is too big to just, let it go. I don't think it should be let go, and I think this should be followed up, and hopefully this video will help doing so. Now, I did say that there are red flags usually when it comes to these, and I think the major one, the one that people keep overlooking for some reason, for some unknown reason, is the fact that there's no history or on-chain activity to these trades. The so-called trades that they claim that are happening. All right, so there's nothing that proves that this is happening, and yet people believe that they are. Now, the website has gone offline, unfortunately. We cannot access this, but I want to also say something else. Like, the way that these protocols and the way that they go in order for them to hide that even the basic stuff when it comes to you dealing with a DApp, like the staking contract, how the money is flowing, they don't show you anything. You have to dig deep to get the basic staking contract. Unless you are an investor, you have to search for it somewhere. You get the staking contract, they don't disclose the dev wallet. What is the dev wallet? How is the money flowing? They don't show you any profit injection, if any. How much money they're taking? What is the pattern? The transaction that happened when they took money out of the contract to trade. None of this is shown. None of this. Not on the website, nor on the Telegram channel. This one is still running, by the way. Yes, it's flagged, like I said. Like, I literally went through most of the pinned messages, if not all, and I couldn't see a single transaction hash. Not a single one. That's crazy, right? Like, how can you trust something that isn't showing you any proof of any activity on chain whatsoever? You're putting your money and you're gonna magically have some money appear out of nowhere. So those two things are the major red flags, and if you see them, please stay away from any protocol. Now let's move over to the money flow, all right? So let's map this up, and this is the result of me researching on chain, because like I said, you honestly cannot just get the information very easily. You have to dig deep for it. So out of the 49.4k BNB that was deposited in the contract from various investors, so 4 outcomes happened to that total amount. So 1, you have 9 wallets right now holding a total of 2.2k BNB. Those are non-custodial wallets on MetaMask that hold this amount. Again, this is last I checked the protocol or the on-chain data, and that was a few days back, so 3 days ago. You have a total of 18.3k that went to Binance through 18 different wallets, burner wallets. There's nothing on these wallets, they were just pass-throughs to Binance. 22.2k to Huobi through 2 wallets, and 1.9k to Whitebit through 2 wallets. So all of these wallets, 22 wallets that were pass-throughs to Binance, Huobi, and Whitebit, are burner wallets. Like I said, they contain nothing. All right, and those non-custodial wallets have almost the same amount as I've checked today. And I want to point out that there is actually about an added amount that went to Huobi. I think it's about 300 to 400 BNB, because last time I checked, the staking contract has 1k BNB, now it has 0 BNB, because part of it went to the version 2 that they created of CAT. Yeah, so here it is, the list of wallets, if you want to be more precise. So the first one is the DEF wallet, actually the one that all the funds go through. So they transfer from the staking contract, they send to the DEF wallet, and then the DEF wallet sends money to either these wallets or the exchanges that we just mentioned. All right, so that's the breakdown of the 2,150 BNB that was just that I just went over. That's it. If you want to actually confirm these amounts, go to these addresses, 1 or 2. Just go and check, for example, the flow that I firstly mentioned. But trust me when I tell you this, there's a lot of wallets involved. Like it's gonna take you lots of time, because it did to me. It took me days, of course, not working continuously, but a few several hours for me to research this data, pull those numbers together, and hopefully come to a conclusion in regards to the full scheme of the money flow. I'm just pooling the funds because I showed you the breakdown between exchanges and wallets, but that is the pooling of all of this. So the 49.4k that we mentioned at the beginning, the total amount that went to centralized exchanges is about 35.3k. And if you add the 2.15k that went to these non-custodial wallets, you're gonna have a breakdown of a team that owns 35.8k to this day. And how did I come up with this number? You add these two amounts, so the amount that went to the sexes and the amount that sits in the wallets, and you deduct the profit, the so-called profit injection that they made through several on-chain transactions. So a total of 1.7k was pulled back and put back into the contract. So the sum of these two, deduct the 1.7k, and you're gonna have the result of 35.8k BNB that is still within the team. How much of this have they lost in trading or whatever they did on chain, on these centralized exchanges? God knows. But if you just want to put a ratio of how much money they took from the original contract without actually holding a calculator or anything, that's very close to 70% of users' deposits that were literally stolen. Yeah, disgusting. And if you actually want to do the difference between this and how much money was redeemed in withdrawals, you have about 12.5k or 12.6k that was given back out of the 49.4k that was put forth. And I think that 1k that you're seeing right now, I did tell you few minutes ago that when I did my due diligence on this project, the contract had about 1k in it, but right now it has none. Reason being, part of it was added to Huobi, and the second part went to a V2. And this is what we're going to be talking about right now. Here it is, our CAT V2. And how did I access this? Not because Telegram told me, just because Dune has created a platform for the second version. Now please answer me this: why on earth would something that is trading with AI bots generating money on a daily basis would need to do a V2 if the money is still there? Why? What is the point of this? This is textbook scam following stable fund and everything they did. They're doing the same just to stay afloat and keep the illusion of being legit. I think the jig is up. I mean, look at these numbers, the contract balance, the total deposits. They literally took less than 10%, all right, of people's deposits. So that's what, like 2-3% of the total amount that was deposited originally. And they put it in this new V2 just to see that there's still activity and there are some BNBs being withdrawn. Like, this is so bad. This is like this is beyond scammy. They keep doing announcements on Telegram even though the jig is up, right? But they're still doing that for some reason. They still hope that they will siphon a bit of money from poor souls, and that's very bad, and that is very disgusting in my personal opinion. I spoke about this particular red flag in stablecoin. I'm gonna say this again. Please stay away from these. Unless you see on-chain data being verified that there's actually some trading activity going on, unless there's a pattern of inflows versus outflows, unless there is actually a trusted developer that you know that has been doing projects, you shouldn't be dealing with this. All right, this is the worst, like the worst and the deepest, darkest corner of crypto, and you should stay away from anything like this. More than 70% of investors' money has been stolen, and that's pretty sad and pretty upsetting in my personal opinion. I hope more will be done in regards to this. I really hope so, all right? Because I don't think this should just sit out and let and we should let things be. I'm gonna try to push this video, and if you appreciate this kind of content, please like and please share if you know someone who has invested in something like this and has lost money. All right? So I hope you stuck around till the end. I hope I brought you some value. Thank you. See you in the next one. Have a good one.